Hello everyone, and welcome to my top 10 RPG horror games. For this top 10, I want to tell everyone that this is my own personal opinion, so if you do not agree with that, then so be it. I'm not going to change my list because you have another top 10. However, if you do have another top 10, be sure to leave it down in the comments because I am interested in seeing that. Also, if you feel that I missed a certain game that should be in here, please tell me because it might be the fact that I have not played or heard of this game before. Also, I am aware that certain people that are watching this top 10 are watching it specifically because they want to find out new RPG horror games because they like them, just like me. And I'll be sure to include extra games that are by the same developers just so I have more to play. Number 10, The Witch's House. The Witch's House, you are playing as a girl called Viola, and you are heading towards the witch's house. In this game, you have to solve quite some puzzles while also making sure that you don't die, because there are lots and lots of ways to die. The reason why this one is not so high up on the list, as some people might want, is because while I do enjoy the artwork, there isn't much story to it except from the last plot twist ending and from the diaries that you read. And in my feeling, there are tons of unnecessary jump scares. However, I did enjoy playing this game if it wasn't for being scared constantly of not dying. So that's why it is included on this list. Number 9. Schuld. Schuld is a game in which you play a man that finds himself somewhere in a town without any recollection of anything, and basically you have to find out who you are. And in that town, there's a certain disease, and limbs are falling off. And well, yeah, there isn't really much else I can say about it. In this game, there's an artwork you can fall in love with. However, I did enjoy the game a lot. It's not really more of the horror type, it's more of the storytelling type. But there were certain parts in the story in the game that you had to run away from something or something like that. And it isn't immediately doable, which was really, really, really frustrating while playing this. So be prepared to die, and do a lot of things over, because it's really annoying. Number 8, Misao. In this game, you are playing as, well, you can rename the character, but you can playing as a girl that, in instance, the name is Aki. You are finding yourself in a school that's cursed, and you, as a person, need to lift the curse, because, well, you're the only one that the one who did the curse sort of likes. In this game, story is again really, really nice, and there are tons of ways you can uncover the real truth. So in the end, be sure to make the right decision. Also, after you make the right decision, you can also play a bit more just to find out more backstory of the other characters, as well as find some sort of redemption for them. The problem that I had with this game is that there are also tons of ways to die. For instance, a note in the hallway saying you die, and then you die, as well as other things. So I wouldn't say go check everything out in the game, because there are tons of ways to die. Number 7, Seven Mysteries. In this game, you aren't playing as one character, but more as multiple characters, and the story itself only is understood a bit more when you play multiple chapters. In the end, I think it's a really nice one, but still, there wasn't much puzzles to solve or anything like that, so yeah. Number 6, Mogeko Castle. This one I do not recommend if you're not mature enough, not because the horror element is high, not at all, but because there are implied sexual things. I'd say play it, but not if you're sensitive to certain sexual stuff. In general, you play as a girl Yonaka, who's suddenly somewhere in a castle, which is Mogeko Castle, and there are tons of little creatures called Mogekos around that you, in the beginning, need to avoid. There are special Mogekos that try to help you, as well as other Mogekos, such as Mogeko. Yes, I know it's the same name, but whatever, that's the thing in the game, that you do need to avoid. In the ending, when you return home, it was a bit of a weird ending for me because there wasn't really anything hinting at it. So maybe there's a a game before that that you do need to play to understand it. But overall, I did enjoy it a lot. Also, other games that you might want to check out if you like Mogeko Castle are Wadanohara and the Blue Sea, as well as another game that I forgot the name of, but that I will make sure to leave in the description. Number 5, The Sandman. The Sandman is another game in the Weird Men series by Uri. One other one in the series is called The Crooked Man, which is also quite famous among other lines of Uri, like Paranoiac. Basically, in this one you play as Sophie, who is an insomniac, and then suddenly, one time, she is awake, but everyone else is asleep, and time seems to have stopped. And basically, you need to find a way to wake everyone up. I like the artwork. It's the same as in The Crooked Man, as well as in Paranoiac. And the story is really, really nice as well. But there are also other games that I like more, so that's why this one is halfway on the list. Number 4, Corpse Party. Ooh, yes, I know this one didn't make it in my top 3. I know, let the rage begin. The reason why this one is not in my top 3 is because it's a paid game. I love the game and the artwork and the story, but it's something you have to pay for, and that's not something I'm looking for in an RPG horror game. Basically, when you play this game, you are trapped in Heavenly Host Elementary School, separated from your friends, and you need to find a way to lift the curse and go back home. Be warned, this series has some gore in it. However, if you do like Corpse Party but you don't want to pay for a game, you can also play the sort of original game that Corpse Party was built on, which is a game made for Windows XP in 1998, if I'm correct. And they made a rebuild version of that called Corpse Party Rebuild. You can play that one. Be warned, however, the artwork is not the same, the story isn't really the same, because there are characters missing, but it's still a lovely thing to play. And you can also play the spin-off games, fan-made games of either the Corpse Party Rebuild or of the actual Corpse Party. Okay, and now on to my top 3. Number 3, Cloe's Requiem. In this game, music is very, very important. The music that you hear is mostly classical, and it's not so much about the horror themed, but more about the story. You are playing as Michel, I guess French boy, who runs away and is dropped off at a mansion, which is where Cloe lives. And Cloe asks you, or Michelle, to lift the curse, and little by little you do lift the curse as you unfold more of your own past, as well as Chloe's. Overall, I really, really, really like the character design of this one. It's like so cute. And it's cute. That's all I have to say about it. Number 2, Ib. Yes, Ib. I love Ib, not so much as the number 1, but in Ib, I love the story. I love the relationships you build up with Gary. It's so cute. Basically, Ib, you play as an 8-year-old girl called Ib, and you suddenly find yourself in another gallery than you were going to with your parents. It's a gallery with some weird stuff in it, like paintings suddenly coming alive and wanting to kill you. But when you play through this and you see the development of the relationship between Gary and Ib, as well as the ending, it's a really, really, really nice game, and I definitely enjoyed it. Also, when you replay the game a second time, there's also a secret level, so be sure to check that one out as well to unlock a secret gallery. And finally, number 1, Mad Father. Okay, this one is my absolute favorite because it has storyline, enough horror elements, enough puzzles, as well as just artwork that is amazing. Basically, you play as Aya Drevis, a girl who's 10-year-old and lives in Germany. Your mom passed away, but your father is still there with his assistant Maria, and he's conducting experiments. Suddenly, you find yourself that the mansion you live in with your father is cursed, and that your father is, well, gone missing and you need to find him. It's just really nice because Aya knows that her father is wrong with the test he's doing, yet she still wants to save him the danger of her own life, and it's just really cute. Although I don't really like the ending of, well, you can guess it, the game is called Mad Father, so yeah. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this top 10 horror games. I made sure to give you a bit more than just 10, sort of, so you can join more games. I'll make sure to leave every one of those in the description down below, which I mentioned. I don't know if I can put download links in them, but I know 2 sites on which you can download them, which is called, well, I leave them in the description down below. 2 sites that you can go to in which they do have download links and you can get them from. As well as just the basic games that I mentioned, along with other games in those series. I want to thank you guys for watching. Quick disclaimer, none of the pictures are mine. I got them off the internet, obviously. And please make sure to leave a comment down below telling me what you thought of my top 10, whether you agree with it or not, what your top 10 would be, what you would change, and of course, which other games you think I forgot to mention, because again, it might be the case that I have not heard of them or I haven't played them yet. I'll see you guys